Hey guys, Kaz here, and today I'm going to be doing my March book haul. So at the beginning of March I said to myself, I probably won't get many books this month. Yeah, and then at the end of March I've got more books this month than I did in January or in February. So yeah, let's talk about them. First of all, the wonderful Mel over at A Book Fiend Named Mel got me this. It is Sea Sparrow by Kristen Cashore. This is the last book in the Graceling series, so I'm so excited to read this. I've been absolutely loving that series. I feel like it's probably one of my favourite series, to be honest. It's really, really good. So definitely going to get to this one at some point this year. But yeah, I was so happy when this came through the post. And Mel's just wonderful. She sent all of us co-hosts of her readathon last month a book off our wish list, and it's just absolutely lovely of her, bless her. But yeah, very, very happy about this one. Like, out of all the books on my list, this is the one, and then this is the one that she picked, so boom. Can't really tell you much about this because it is the 5th book in a series, but the Graceling series, I'm sure you've heard of it, as people have graces, and it can be something as simple as being really good at cooking, or something as lethal as like being the best assassin ever. And then loads of stuff happens, and political stuff and things and bits and bobs and powers, and it's really good, and I can't wait to finish the series. So most of the rest of the books I actually got on the same day, so I finally took a massive bag that I had from all of my unhauled books from several months ago. I finally took them to a book swap actually. Normally I take them to a charity shop, just give them away, but in my town there is this book festival thing that happens every year, and every few months or so they do a book swap. Normally I'm at work, but luckily I finally had one where I finished work and there were still a few hours left, so I went and took all my books. Amazing. Get them given to other people. The charity shops are good, but book swaps, you get them for free. And while I was there, I did end up picking up 3 things. All 3 of them are middle grades, which is fun because I do enjoy middle grades, but I just don't seem to read them as much. Now I've got 3 more to read. The first one you would have seen on my TBR video for this month, and this one is called, I can't remember, Paper Dragons, The Fight for the Hidden Realm by Siobhan McDermott. So this, I'm guessing, is the first in a series. This is actually an arc. It came out in February this year, so it's a very new book. And it just looks really cool. It's a middle grade, it's under the sea, there's a cool dragon dude on the front and there's jellyfish on the back, and that is all I needed. And then it has this little very, very shiny cover on it that says, "Get ready for the Year of the Dragon." And yeah, it just seems like it's going to be a fun time, and hopefully it is, and you will find out at the end of the month because I will be reading it this month. Another one I picked up was Gargantis by Thomas Taylor. Now I know that this is actually the 2nd book in a series. The first one is Malamander, but I've heard really good things about Malamander, and when I saw this for free I thought, why not? It's also signed randomly, so that's cool. Little cat there, little sign there. So yeah, I don't really know much about this series, but like I say, I've heard good things. Whenever I see somebody talking about Malamander, it's generally in a good way. And like I said, I just enjoy the middle grade. I'm so out of focus right now. Hello? Hello. I don't know how long I was out of focus, but I'm back. Let's turn this light down a bit because that is bright. Yeah, I've only heard good things about this, so yeah. The first one is available on my library app, so at some point I will read that, and then I've got this one to read afterwards. Another one kind of not based on the sea, but there's also a sea there. I like the sea, you see? But yeah, these books I very much don't know much about. They just looked cool and they were free, so I was like, okay. And then the last one I got in the book swap was Alaya to the Infinite City by Layla Rifat. And again, I don't know what this is about. This is also published in February 2024. So obviously somebody was getting rid of their arcs in a book swap, because you don't sell arcs, but you can swap them. And this is another one that I don't really know anything about. But this is about Egypt. It's obviously magical, flying carpets, mythical creatures. That's all I need. Thank you. Time travelers, fun stuff, middle grade, let's go. That's my knowledge. There you go. And yeah, I did say most of these books were got in the same day, so the book swap was quite near town, so I thought, hey, let's go to one of my local charity shops that I like to go to. It's one of the Oxfam bookshops, so it's just for books. Normally I go in there, have a little look round, generally don't pick anything up. Maybe I'll pick one thing up. This time I picked up a whole stack of books. There was just a bunch of cool stuff there, so this is what I got. First of all, I have Polar Crusader, A Life of Sir James Wordy by Michael Smith, and this is obviously about Wordy. He was one of the guys on Shackleton's journeys. I've heard about Wordy, but I haven't heard just his story, so this will be really fun and interesting and good, hopefully. Another polar-y one, because when I go there I do go straight to the travel polar section to see if there's anything good in, is The Ice Master by Jennifer Niven. Now this is actually about a journey that I've never heard of. So it is the doomed 1913 voyage of the Karluk, and I don't know what the Karluk is, so I thought, hey, that would be cool to read about a different thing, but also still keep it icy. So yeah, I thought this might be a bit of an interesting book, hopefully. Next I have The Five by Hayley Rubenhold, and this is the untold lives of the women killed by Jack the Ripper. I've heard really good things about this book, so it's non-fiction, and it's going into the women that were murdered and their lives and their backstory, and showing that they were actual people, not just prostitute bodies that were killed. There were people that had lives, and I found this, heard many good things about it, so obviously I had to snap it up. I also found Mallory Blackman's Just Saying. This is a biography by Mallory Blackman. I've enjoyed every Mallory Blackman book that I've read, and also Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe has talked about this book and it being really good, so when I saw it I thought obviously I'm going to pick that up. It's a biography and it's talking about Mallory Blackman obviously, and that's my knowledge. And then the last book I got in that charity shop is The Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School by Sonora Reyes, and it's also got pretty cool edges there. But yeah, this is about a character who goes to a Catholic school and then has to hide the fact that she's a lesbian, and that is what I know about it. Trying to fake being straight but then probably like somebody. Hopefully it's good. We're definitely more than halfway through, but before I show you the last few books, I will head on over to a message from the spons, because that's the most important bit. So here you go, cat content. I'll be back in a second. Hi. Oh, I thought he was going to come all the way across. Hello. So I have 4 more things to talk about, 3 of which are all the same series, so I'll just get all of them out in the same go. And that is book 2, 3 and 4 of the Matthew Swift series. So that is The Midnight Mayor, The Minority Council and The Neon Court. Side note, it's that annoying thing, nowhere on any of these books did it tell you what order they're in. I had to go on Goodreads to figure out, and I still can't tell you right now. I've written it on my spreadsheet, but I don't know. Why do they do that? I don't know. So yeah, one of these is book 2, and then one is 3, and then one is the last one, the Matthew Swift series. This is a series that my sister has been begging me to read for ages. I finally picked up the first book last month and I really enjoyed it, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to grab the rest of them and hope that that means I'm actually going to carry on the series before like 5 years time. So fingers crossed, that is a fact. This is a series about urban magic, and it's a really cool magic system, and it's kind of weird. We've got a guy and he's come back to life and he has this weird stuff and he's out for revenge, and yeah, dragging all the electric in and using all of the trains and the people and the city, and just like all of that is what makes him powerful. And then there's a bunch of other fun things going on as well. There's loads of different groups and they're all trying to take down this big dude that's trying to take over magic. And yes, very much enjoyed, and hopefully I'll carry it on soon. And then last but not least, maybe the last day of the month or the second to last day of the month, I went into the works and I found Iris Kelly Doesn't Date by Ashley Herring Blake. I've not read any of the other books in this companion series. I very much definitely want to. I've heard very good things. But I saw this one for £2.50, brand new. I was like, yeah. I can't tell you what it's about. Obviously it's about these two girls and they're going to fall in love because that's the whole point of this series. But other than that, stuff probably happens. But yeah, I am looking forward to this one. I don't know in terms of the rest of the series where people rate this. I know everybody raves on about Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and I have wanted to read that one for ages. But when I saw this, and it was literally the only copy of this book as well, and I was like, it's fate, gives it, I'll have it. So yeah, hopefully I'll read it soon. And there we go, that was all the books I got in March. Quite a few there, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, let me know down below anything you got in March, or if you've read any of these, which ones do you think I should prioritise, which ones do you want to hear my thoughts on. Let me know down there if you want. And do all the things if you want, like if you want, subscribe if you want, comment if you want, but only if you want. And I'll be back in a few days with another video. Bye.